Buff Nation, what is going on? Hope you guys are ready for Delaware. I guess a little less than 24 hours away from kickoff, which is going to be awesome. And I'm feeling great. Of course, you guys let me know how you're feeling, who your players of the game that you're watching out for are going to be in the comments. Like, subscribe, all of that. Shout out to Profit X, #1 sports prediction market in America, sponsoring David Talks Buffs. Thank you guys so much. And of course, shout out to local Colorado Taco Bells for supporting the channel in local Colorado NIL. It's amazing. So this video, it's going to be dedicated at first to Kaidon Salter. Why? Well, if you guys didn't catch it during the coaches show yesterday, this was pretty interesting. Well, pull this up. Give me 1 second, guys, so that you guys can see this. I'm not going to play it. I linked the video in the description for you guys to check out. But Kaidon Salter, wonderful interview. Mark Johnson talking about the game. Couple takeaways. He did say that the game that he played in last week against Georgia Tech, it was the best environment that he's ever played in college football. I think there were some nerves. He kind of did allude to that, of course, after the game. But I really do feel like he has settled in. And he said that he was playing in this game. He had 102 fever after the game. So he was playing sick, and he said that that's not an excuse for what he alluded to as kind of his bad decision making on some of these plays. He's like, I left a lot of yards out there. Like, I need to trust myself. I need to believe in myself. When the lanes are there, when the yards are there, I need to use my legs to go make sure I'm moving the chains. And I didn't do that effectively last Friday. And I feel like he's going to be locked in. This is definitely going to be, in my opinion, a get right game for Kaidon Salter. Settled in. Doesn't have to worry about feeling sick, anything like that. I mean, if you guys have played sick before, or just heck, even gone to work sick, it's not very fun. So I think this does help explain some things. With I think a lot of us were disappointed with Kaidon Salter's play, but I am feeling very confident that we're going to get much better play from him, not only against Delaware this week, but then moving forward when we start conference play, guys, a week from today, next Friday. Isn't that going to be interesting? Against Houston, come down to Texas to play Houston. So, yeah, I thought that this was very, very interesting. And no, D, not blaming Fever on that performance. No. But I do think it's another reason why we will see him perform much, much better this week. And again, man, I think it's so funny, man. A lot of these guys, there's some people, some portion of the fan base, man, that just does not look at these people like people, man. Have you ever gone to work sick? Have you ever tried to do something sick, man? Play sick? Now, he said himself, that's not an excuse for my performance. But I think it had something to do with it, no doubt about it. D, man, you got to hold yourself to the same standard, man. I doubt you do that. Let's go ahead and check out some of the statistics from Kaidon Salter. Now, I want to compare what we saw on Friday against Georgia Tech with what has been Kaidon Salter's best season in Conference USA in 2023. And Delaware now is part of Conference USA. So he's had a lot of success in this conference, and it's another reason why I'm feeling very good about going into this matchup tomorrow. But look at where he was spreading the ball around, man. Yes, he would throw deep significantly. No doubt about it. I mean, like what? Over 70, 75 total attempts in 2023 beyond 20 yards, and a very good passer rating in every single quadrant right here. Well, we also see that he worked the short game very, very well. You can see over 100 attempts between 0 and 10 yards, and then also worked the intermediate stuff a little bit in there as well, but mainly worked the short game and threw the long ball effectively. When we take a look at what was happening, well, I'll go through the completion percentage stuff here. The short, he was killer on. 78.5 completion percentage. With the deep stuff, 47.4 beyond 20 yards, you'll take that. You definitely will take that. You want to see improvement with 52.9. But let's take a look at what Pat Shurmur had dialed up for Kaidon Salter this past week. And didn't necessarily love it. Okay. Really nothing over the middle of the field. Now, maybe some of that, again, might have been Kaidon Salter's decision-making, not wanting to pull the trigger on some of these intermediate routes. But we only saw 4 attempts. That was all to the right part of the field. We're not working the middle of the field. It's very important for us to do. Hopefully, integrating more like real play action plays against Delaware or against Houston, we're going to see the middle part of the field start to be targeted more. And of course, we'll see his efficiency here, which, I mean, there's not really any efficiency going on right now, go up as he's targeting receivers downfield off of play action. But, you know, it wasn't like the worst called game of all time. I'll say that about a week removed. But going up against Delaware, I think it's very important to just get Kaidon Salter comfortable, number one, with running the football, with running his legs, all of that. Hey, if the first read's not there, there's no shame in tucking it and running. He was almost a 1,000-yard rusher, right, in 2023. No doubt about it. But let's continue to work on, hey, if the play breaks down, he talked a lot about this in the coach's show, is getting on the same page with these receivers when the play breaks down. We saw numerous instances last week where Salter was thinking one thing, and that's where he was targeting the throw to go, where the receiver was running to a different spot. Hopefully, they have worked on that this week. They have alignment in how they're going to handle these things when the play breaks down, where everybody's going to be going. But that's just like the natural progression of things. When you're working with new weapons, it's an entirely new offense. It's going to look clunky to start, but I really do feel like this is going to be a time to where we can work on some things that are going to help us not only start well in conference play against Houston, but then we got to be firing on all cylinders here in a few weeks when when BYU comes in town to play us, right? So, yes, Pat Shurmur, if you're calling plays, man, let's integrate some of this passing over the middle of the field here between 10 and 20 yards, some of this intermediate stuff. And it doesn't need to be a ton. I'm not saying we game plan to have that be Kaidon Salter's main objective is to hit passes in these spots of the field. Now, like, let's just integrate more of it, because right now defenses they're probably gonna play close up on us, play deep, man. And if you got a quarterback that can make all the throws, I believe Kaidon Salter can. It's important for him to showcase that, so the defense doesn't cheat in a sense towards any parts of the field, man. So, yeah, overall, man, I really encourage you guys to go listen to the coach's show yesterday. Really, really did enjoy that. Yeah, again, Kaidon Salter, his interview was just a few minutes. It starts on like the 37-minute mark, I want to say. And then Pat Shurmur and Coach Prime spoke before that. Yeah, we see Kaidon Salter here, 43 rushing yards this past week. It's got to be better. Yeah, okay, he did run over 1,100 yards in 2023, 6.5 yards a carry. I do want to credit Kaidon Salter with the fact that he did a phenomenal job of taking care of the ball. That we've talked about this. The fumbles are a big concern when he's run the ball. He's had the ball go on the ground 31 times in his career, man. That's way too many. But I do want to credit him. No picks, no fumbles. That did keep us in the game, even though we should have probably been up 21-0 the end of that, first quarter or into the second quarter, right? Well, let's see Kaidon Salter use his legs, get him comfortable. Let's integrate some real play action Pat Shurmur into this. I don't care if we're doing a little bit more on offense. We just need guys feeling comfortable with these concepts, with these plays going into conference play next week. Now, PFF is saying they had 8 play action plays. Well, I guess 9 dropbacks on there, but 8 attempts off of play action. We didn't see any traditional play action, man. I want to see some of that this week. No doubt about it. So, guys, it's going to be a little bit shorter of a stream, but yeah, curious if you guys caught the coach's show, what you guys thought from Pat Shurmur, from Kaidon Salter, and Coach Prime. Again, want to give a quick shout out to Profit X, America's #1 sports prediction market. They're the flagship sponsor of this channel. They are phenomenal to work with. Guys, you get better spreads, better odds. You can even set your own spreads, which I have done. Now, I did put $1 on the Cowboys, man, yesterday, thanks to my friend Rawhide. But that play didn't really work out. But you guys see, I would have had a plus 380 on there. I was just doing this with some fun money here, but I was able to get some fantastic odds here on Colorado Buffaloes minus 24.5 at plus 103. That's really, really great. So I'm expecting our CU Buffs to go out there and absolutely destroy Delaware. I saw somebody this morning in Guru's chat say that this is the biggest talent discrepancy we've had between a Coach Prime team and an opponent during his time at Colorado. And I fully and firmly believe that. No doubt about it. So if you want to make some plays, guys, use my promo code Dave and sign up with the link in the description. Shout out to Profit X. Really do appreciate you guys. Y'all are phenomenal. And with that being said, man, I'll get to a few of your comments here, man. Mike Baggs saying we're beating Houston 37-21. You see, we're already throwing out predictions for next week, huh? Let's see what else we got. Oh, man. Yeah, we just got some people in a bad mood on a Friday. Well, man, there you go, D. There you go, D. We can put you in timeout, man. How about that? You need to be smiling more on a Friday, young man. All right. Anthony Mason saying, let's go, Colorado. Great job, baby. Man, I cannot wait. Let's get Kaidon Salter there with a couple touchdowns. Let's get out to a big lead. And then Julian Lewis can come in and do his thing. Again, I am thinking Julian Lewis is going to tear it up too. I think I predicted like 130 yards, a couple touchdowns for him. You know, give me a little bit over 65% completion. I think that he is going to show out well as well. And that's going to be a perfect way to start to get him comfortable with major level college football. But yeah, I don't really feel like there's a quarterback controversy at all. It was really cool, man, listening to this Kaidon Salter interview. He talked about how, you know, everything that he's been through, of course, starting out at Tennessee, then moving on to Liberty. Said his dad almost died with COVID during the pandemic and was in a coma for 4 months. I think he said 4 months. It's insane. So, yeah, hearing him talk about that, I do believe that while he might have showed some nerves last week, man, he is built for this, man. He is built for it. T saying this, everybody's had bad games. It's how you play the next one. Yeah, that's what matters. Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here, but just want to let you guys know about this, man. Kaidon Salter was sick. He was sick, which means one thing, man. We're just scratching the surface with what we've seen from him, man. I think he's going to come out and play against Delaware tomorrow. Really, really great. I'm going to be back later today with some updates on recruiting for CU. We got a handful of visits coming in tomorrow for official visits, and I think some unofficial. I'll try to get all of that. So, guys, please be sure to like the video, subscribe so you don't miss those as well. And tomorrow I will be back for the post game. Buffs News Weekly is going to the game, which is going to be fun. So we'll see if we're able to link after the game. If not, no worries. I will still be on here myself, hopefully celebrating with you guys, not crashing out. Not this game. No, we already went through that last week. So this is going to be a good week. Let's have this be a good get right week and start out fast against Delaware. Y'all have a great day. Let's go, Buffs.